Hello and welcome to NanLovesFood. I am Anne here today with our third of 3 dinner episodes from our meal prep. So if you're not caught up on this series, make sure to go back and watch the other ones, or not, just watch this one. We're gonna make these burritos and we're gonna make them super fast because I am starving. But because we've done all the prep, this won't take very long at all. We're basically just gonna heat stuff up and throw it in a burrito and eat it. Life's good. So I had said in the prep video that we were gonna use cabbage, like a cabbage slaw situation, you know, the pre-shredded stuff you buy in the grocery store. That would work great. This is already open, so I'm just gonna use this shredded lettuce, or shreddy letty, call it that. We're shortcutting our rice. We're just gonna use one of these packets, which works great for burritos. You know, the texture doesn't matter quite so much when you're shoving it into a burrito as opposed to just eating it plain. So this is totally passable for a burrito in my opinion. We're also getting some help from the store with some black beans. I will drain and rinse these. We have the pork that we cooked together. So to make our lives even easier, we are going to go ahead and cook this on our flat top griddle. This is just a cast iron one. You do not need one of these. You can totally do it in a pan. But I will say that if you're making burritos, you definitely want to sear the outside of the burrito. Not only is it gonna seal it so the junk doesn't fall out as easily, but it's also going to make it taste better. So I highly recommend that you sear your stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and heat everything up on this, stuff it in the burrito, heat up the burrito. It'll be delicious, and we'll have dinner on the table in seriously no less than 10 minutes. Okay, so we've got our griddle here hot. I'm gonna put some cheese on our tortilla. This is the cheese I'm using. This stuff is amazing. Since everything here is cooked, we just have to get it warmed through a little bit before we put it in our burrito. Not surprisingly, I overstuffed the burrito just a skosh, but no big deal. I did totally overstuff my burrito. It happens. Just take the stuffing out if you've got too much in there. It'll pretty much be impossible to keep your burrito closed if you have too much stuffing in there. So take some out if you need to. So here's our burrito fresh off the grill. Now we're gonna put some shredded lettuce on the plate. We have our tomatillo ranch. And I'm gonna put the tomatillo ranch on the lettuce and smother the burrito with it. Yum. I'm taking the total cheater route and using the guac in the package. And I'm just gonna dump that right between the burrito and the lettuce. That way I can scoop a bite of the lettuce and scoop a bite of the guac and scoop a bite of the burrito, and I can have that avocado goodness in whichever bites I want. We saved a couple of sprigs of cilantro from when we made the tomatillo dressing. So I'm just going to sprinkle those on top, and I'm just pulling the leaves off of the stems. These are clean. I cleaned them when we cleaned the other cilantro. And would it even be a YouTube video if we didn't have some pickled onions? Probably not. And just like that, dinner is served. Get a load of that, huh? Okay, let's give this a try. That is really good. I tried the pork on its own and did not care for it, but with all the other stuff, the tanginess of the tomatillo ranch and the avocado, like the richness, and then the rice and the beans kind of cut how very, very sweet that pork is. So I would not recommend eating the pork by itself, but with all the other components, this was delicious. Highly recommend you give this one a try. The link to the recipe will be down in the box below, as well as a sign up if you want the free menu plan. It's got a shopping list. It's got the step-by-step plan for how to make this menu for the week for your family. It'll guide you through everything you need to get there. That will be in the link below. Thank you. Oh, and I'll go ahead and link the flat top thing too. That's handy dandy to have around, especially for like burgers and stuff like this. It's a really convenient kitchen item to have, and I think that one back there, when I bought it, was only like $20, and it's cast iron, so it'll last forever. So I'll link that in the description as well. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Bon appetit.